Good morning, Angel. How are you doing today?
Good morning. I'm doing great. How are you?
Fantastic. I got to tell you, the drama and everything that's on Basketball Wives season number 4 and the drama that's currently inside the NBA playoffs, my God, I'm getting my heart filled with a lot of fun stuff.
I know, I know, right? I know. It's always exciting.
The way that you guys continue to show up on Basketball Wives, I mean, I love the fact that you're not afraid to let us behind the scenes to see what really goes on, because it's a fantasy world, but you let us be real with you.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, we're all tied in one way or another to basketball and have to go through, life with basketball, like I have a daughter with a basketball player, and, it's tough. We welcome everyone in our world to see what life is like in that world.
Yeah, because aren't they like rock stars where it's a different town every night? And when are you coming home again? Oh, that's right. Not for, a couple of weeks.
Right. Yeah, they don't. They're going from one place to the other, and it's hard for them too. They miss a lot of events and birthdays and special occasions that most people don't. So we lose out on that family life a lot. And it becomes a struggle. For the children, of course.
Absolutely. My wife was once married to a record producer in Los Angeles, and he was all over the world.
Oh.
And she got a little jealous that he was having the fun with the famous people while she took care of the daughter at home. And to this day, she kind of still holds on to that.
Yeah, I mean, it is, I think as women, we're always the first in line for responsibility for the children, and that world, is kind of the same too with musicians. You're right. I mean, they're all over the place as well. So it's kind of hard to sit there and watch the other one have fun while you're at home. So I get it.
Now you took a 5-year break. What did you feel in your heart that said, okay, I'm Angel, I'm going back?
I wanted to let everyone in, the audience in, and just see like how far, I am in my life now since they last saw me, and how my business grew and how I grew as a person. People change, every year, and since it's been 5 years, I went from a lot from season 4 and 5 to 10. So I wanted them to see the journey and see me now.
I'm so glad that you said that, because in watching the show, I've always wondered if you guys are not also teachers in the way of, because we just went through the draft. So in other words, there's a lot of new girls that are now part of the NBA as sidekicks and wives and girlfriends and stuff like that. And it's like watching it through you, it teaches them to watch out for things.
But our season is we're letting you guys into our personal lives, and some of us, are not in the basketball world, but they are, with us. So, it's our stories this season are super amazing. They're extremely relatable, and we are very vulnerable this season. So, we hope that a lot of women tune in to see how we go through an experience and how we come out from it, and hope that, everybody stays strong. It's our lives. It's our real lives. It's everything really what we're going through. And, it's a journey. So we hope that everybody tunes in to see, how we do things.
I'm so glad that you brought that up. And the reason why is because I was with David Gergen yesterday, and David Gergen is a man that's been in the politics since the early part of the 70s. And his whole entire mission right now is to get more women involved with leadership roles in the government. And your strength and what you're doing with fashion and stuff like that is the kind of stuff that he says that we need to bring forward so that we can have a new generation of decision makers.
That's right. You're right. I think a lot of women are doing that now. I think a lot of women are stepping out and taking risks and chances and coming into the business world and wanting to further their careers and you're right, taking leadership, I think that's a great thing. And that's what all I stand for. I'm all about women empowerment. I'm all about women feeling beautiful. My line represents that, and I'm all for women furthering themselves. There was a time when we were set back, so I love that women come together and they help each other through the process and stand together. That's all I'm about.
Speaking of stepping back, people want to dress up. They want to. They talk about it. You can see them every now and then. But we're in this dressing down world. We got to change things, Angel. We got to start looking like pretty people again.
No, but girls do. You'd be surprised, That's how my business is thriving. Women want to get out there and they want to look their best. and women are working out more. They're more body conscious. You know what I mean? Like they want to be sexy. Like my whole line represents that. And I think during COVID we were on lockdown completely, and now we're back out. And I think everyone's excited about that.
And yet it's such a dangerous time. You talk about women working out and stuff like that. The fashion line inside the world of working out, they're wearing some very tight clothing, and it's like, look in the eyes, don't look anywhere else, look in the eyes.
You're so funny. Yeah, no, of course. You work out too, and I also actually just started a clothing line with my business partners as well for workout. So for workout gear, you guys got to check that out as well. But yeah, it's all about feeling good, for women to feel good, look their best, feel their best.
Don't you love, though, to tap into that energy of how your creativity affects other people's lives?
Ain't that amazing? I think about that all the time. Sometimes I wonder where the game would be without me,
Right.
But yeah, my creativity is through the roof. I'll get up sometimes 3 o'clock in the morning and jot down ideas and draw stuff out and get back to work the next day and bring it to life. And then to see it on a woman's body on a special occasion of hers is always exciting for me. Like shout out to Angel Brinks for making my birthday dress. Like I'm so excited. That makes my day. That keeps me going,
Oh my God, that's every reason why I created the iHeartRadio channel. Creativity is the addiction, because we are getting up at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. We are staying awake all day and all night, and people are taking our creativity and making it part of their own.
Yes, exactly. You're bringing entertainment. You guys also have a microphone to reach out to people and make their day. How about that?
But see, that's the fun part about being here in this present place of now, because so many times, I mean, even see, that's one thing about art and what you do, is the fact that there used to be a time where you couldn't do what you do today. Now you say, okay, let's give it a shot. Let's give it a try. And all of a sudden it's like, poof, it happens.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Art is to each his own, right? And for me, I'm bringing that out to life. Like, you hope that people take to it well. And with my business, it actually has. A lot of women love my designs and all of that. And, and what's behind it as well. Like, I'm very supportive with women and I want them to feel their best, like I said earlier. So, it's a huge deal for me, to bring art to life and be the one that people go to for their special occasions.
How difficult is it to be Angel inside the world of fashion? Because I mean, I know what it's like in the music industry, where people are endlessly, the songs that come out and people go, that sounds like the one I just listened to. But how does Angel stay so original?
You just gotta think outside the box.
Yeah.
It's just like you gotta just bring to the demand, right, of what people are actually looking for and supply it. That's what I do. I'm always trying to think different. I'm always trying to stay in that realm of what women are actually looking for, what they want, and bring that out, because you want to be different and you want to supply that. You want to supply creativity and different stuff that women are looking for that's going to actually look good on them. That's what I aim for. Yeah,
because in looking at your fashion and stuff like that, it to me, I feel be you. And it's like, oh, she's going to let me be me.
And stand out. Yeah, you want to walk in and stand out. Yes, absolutely.
And don't you love it, though, that families, they're all dressing up together? It's not like, you mom and dad are out there and here comes the kids with a sloppy T-shirt and a pair of shorts and stuff like that. But people are dressing up again.
Yeah, they are. You're so funny. No, the kids can't be sloppy. You gotta dress up again. You're so funny. Yeah, no, we definitely gotta dress up again. But you'd be surprised, some of these families, these portraits that they're taking, and
yes.
Christmas and all these, they're always getting custom outfits and wearing the same thing. Like, wardrobe is a big part of everyone's life.
Well, don't you think that being on Basketball Wives, season number 4, again, is the fact that it opens up the door for you to make that connection with real people? And the reason why I bring that up is because during the lockdown, I needed to be with people, so I went and got a job at a grocery store. And I'm going, why am I at a grocery store?
Wow.
It's real people.
Oh, wow.
And so doesn't this put you out there with real people again? You step back and you just kind of watch them?
Well, okay, so first, it's season 10. I was on season 4 and season 5 years ago, and now it's season 10. So, it was a huge leap, right? Like, I took some time off and everything. But our season is going to be super entertaining. And it's just packed with like lots of comedy and drama and something different than than the last seasons
Yeah.
that we've seen. They brought back a lot of the MVPs from each season. Like I said, I was on 4 and 5, and they brought me back. A lot of the girls have a lot they're bringing to the show, and I'm excited. I'm here for it. I know some of the stories I don't even know, so I'm excited to watch myself.
Well, what I've always loved about it is that everybody at least tries to get along with each other, but there's always going to be something right up to, it leads you right into the next binge watching episode.
Oh, of course. I mean, you've got a group of girls, whether it's 7, 8 to 10 girls, and something is bound to happen naturally. Like you're just sitting there, and then something comes up, and then just for having your own opinion or whatever, like it becomes a thing. Like it's bound to happen. Girls are catty. We're opinionated, and sometimes it don't sit right with people. So it's very interesting to watch.
Do you have to practice facial expressions? Because I mean, when something kind of gets me, when I'm caught off guard, it's like I have one of those really weird faces. I mean, how do you keep your expressions under control?
You can't. Sometimes you're sitting there and they'll say something and you're like, oh my God, you just know the camera's on you and you're like, you just made the craziest face. But that's reality. That's reality. Like that's what we're in for, like catching these moments and our reactions, and they're all real. So I think people love that. People are sitting watching on the other side of that screen are feeling the same type of way, you are when you're sitting there hearing what you're hearing.
I know a little bit earlier we talked about how basketball wives and stuff like that, newbies are coming in, but what have you learned from this experience? Because I mean, you're just as much a student as we are.
Yeah, I mean, we all have our different things that we go through on the show. So sometimes when you sit back and watch, you're like, wow, I could have handled that better, or I could have said something different. We're human. We're just like everybody else. We make mistakes. We say things sometimes we shouldn't say. We react a certain kind of way we shouldn't. So sometimes it's nice to kind of watch back and learn from that, and you grow from that. So, we're just like everybody else. That's what it is. We go through the same things that other people go through. It's just ours is magnified, like we're under a microscope. But yeah, I mean, you learn so much, just like real life, as you're going through these emotions, these situations you're put in, and you grow from it.
Well, being underneath that microscope, I mean, come on. I mean, it takes me forever to do a TikTok. I mean, you guys are being filmed right there on the spot. I would look at the camera going, do that again, do it again.
No, there's none of that.
Oh my God.
There's none of that. Yeah, you're sitting there and it is what it is, and the cameras are just there. And now that we've done this for so long, like we kind of tune them out, and that's the beauty of it, is it becomes reality, that's the realness of it. When you're sitting there and you're experiencing what you're experiencing, it's real life. And it's just being taped,
And that's the reason why we watch, Angel. I swear to God, and we don't just watch it, we binge watch this show over and over again.
Yeah, we've been around for over 10, maybe plus years, and we have a strong fan base, and we bring a lot to the show. So I know when I'm out and people come across me and they're always talking so highly about the show and the girls, and they just love it. We're just entertaining, and I'm just so happy to be back.
I love it. So what's your website where people can come and find and get more information about you, especially your fashion? I want people to see what I've been seeing.
Yes. angelbrinks.com. Everything is Angel Brinks, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and the website is angelbrinks.com, and it's updated weekly. And we're super savvy on returning back messages and requests and custom orders and everything. So you can contact us in any way, whether it's Instagram, and Twitter, Facebook, all of that.
I love it. Please come back to this show anytime in the future, Angel. The door's always going to be open for you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for your time.
You bet. You be brilliant today, okay?
Thank you. You too. Appreciate it.